too, bro.
Yeah, Attitude Era
Yeah.
Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it
Uh-huh.
is. The people is back in the building. You know what it is. It's Zevon Dudley. You know what I'm saying? The one and only. It is the 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 lunch table loners. You know what I'm saying? I almost called it the lunch table loners. You
Get
know what
it
I'm saying?
right, Jerry.
AKA the greatest healing podcast wrestling. Then we got the one, the only Gamage. It's Gamage time, you know what I'm saying? It's game time. Huh. He got a picture with everybody in the industry. So if you think you know somebody, you think you know somebody, or think you know somebody that knows somebody, Gamage already knew him.
Hmm.
That's just it right
New segment
Yeah,
debuting on Monday for Mr. Gamage over there.
yeah,
That's how
tune
many
into that.
people he know. We got a whole last segment because he knows so many people. And I'm gonna do this introduction for the person who made the other introductions because we need to see what iteration we have. We could get Mr. Sippable, we could get HP, we might get plus one Jerry. Which one we
there.
got? You let us know. Which one?
It ain't plus one Jerry tonight, you know what I'm saying? Plus one.
No plus
It
one.
ain't
Okay.
plus. It ain't no plus one tonight. However, because it's a Friday, it is Mr. Sippable. You know what I'm saying? I was already in
Oh shit.
I was in Moose's, aka Dennis Legendary TV. He had the
Ooh.
spaces battles tonight with wrestling. But that shit was crazy. And if you don't
Oh,
know
I
who that
missed
is,
it.
that is
I missed
V's
it.
opponent, August 27th on the Wednesday Night
Damn.
Wars.
How I missed that?
Opponent.
Yeah,
Opponent is a strong word. All right.
So we got the
Opponent
three
is.
faces of Foley. We got the three faces of Jerry.
That's right. The three. Look at that. He just switched up right there. You seen that?
I love it, and I'm gonna run with that shit. Um, but yeah. August 27th, tap in, tune in. It's gonna be crazy. But SmackDown, yo, we seen the GOAT himself as called. I said the GOAT. I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have said
Wait.
that.
Hold on. Hold on. We can determine if you should have said it or not. Who are you referring to when you say the goat? Because I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm either gonna flip or I'm gonna agree with you. Who is you referring to?
I
Who was
slipped
you
up.
referring to, Jerry?
I fucked around and slipped up, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was referring to fucking John Cena. You know what I
Dun,
mean?
dun, dun,
Okay. I was
dun.
about to lead it. I was about
Dun,
to lead
dun,
the
dun,
chat.
dun. Bro, there we go. There you
I,
go.
I slipped up with that shit. That
I
I've been
must say
drinking too
though,
much.
because you are correct, the GOAT, I didn't think the face turn would be so quick. Like, they got him, he would just fucked with Logan Paul yesterday, and now he was like, yo, I don't even like you no more. Like, it's kind of two-faced, ain't it? Like, if someone did that in real life, you'd be like, yo, what's good with this motherfucker?
It
He's
wasn't
just
even a
like,
face turn. He should come out in a new T-shirt that says "Sorry for the things I said when I was hungry," because that's all it was.
right? But
It wasn't a face turn. He was just a little hungry. That's all.
no, but you don't under. It's a
Sorry for
little
the things I
like if someone like we knew, right? Just one day acted evil with all of us, then like 5 months later was like my bad, and then acted like nothing happened. We would be like, yo, what's good with this? He needs help. Like, what's good with this guy?
I might know
It's
a
a
guy
weird
like that.
angle to
I don't
take,
know.
but
My
I
bad.
don't know, man.
It's interesting that's the four faces of Jerry.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Tonight we got to see John Cena in some action, which I ain't gonna lie. This whole retirement has not been to the standard I thought it would be.
Not good.
Less matches. You know, I thought when he said 30 appearances, we was getting 30 like matches. I was
Mm-mm.
mistaken. I was dead wrong. I couldn't have been further from the truth. Um, but tonight we get a different side of John Cena. The apology tour. Is
Word,
that
it
fair to say?
really
Yeah.
is. Like, it's kind of crazy.
When
I gotta ask.
you go out with a bang. You don't go out apologizing and telling them to cut the music so I can take this in. You go out making headlines and history, and it's just I don't know. I just know every day that passes is a day closer to us closing this John Cena chapter, and I don't like the way it's being written.
Mm,
Mm-mm.
Damaj. How you feel about it? Is that a Locks hat?
Yeah, it is.
Yo, I just peeped that.
Yeah,
Fire.
he knows them. He was actually one of the original members of the Locks, if you ain't know. And he went
Yeah,
on to be their manager and shit. What you think of the Cena shit,
That's
Kamaj?
Jada Kiss' oldest
uh,
cousin.
I think with the whole Cena tour that's going on, I think because he said this in his own promo, he's got what 11, 10 more dates left.
That's
It's
crazy.
just now, even for him, it's starting to kick in. Like I do not have much time left. And I do think he probably felt that way even during the Cody match, which was why we got the best Cena in what a little over a decade with that match.
Yeah, yeah, 100.
So
percent
I just think whether it's storyline related or not, he's trying to just do what's best for him and what would be the most fun, so he can give us the best that he can give.
I
That
agree.
Cena versus Cody match was fire, by the way.
They
I
said they
Cause
agree.
gave
he,
it 5 stars, which is
I was
crazy
gonna
because
say,
Oh, they
I was
did?
gonna say,
yeah,
yeah,
I
Dave
don't know if I
Meltzer
give
gave
it
it five
5, but it's
stars
definitely like four and a
Wow,
half.
because Dave don't like giving WWE matches 5 stars. That's
You
rare.
welcome,
at
Cody
all.
Rhodes.
That's only John Cena's second 5 star.
I'm not surprised.
Nah,
I'm
they
not trying to
cooked.
be rude, but John
But
Cena has a
John,
lot of good matches. But when it's like, hold on, what the fuck is this? Yo, you think I'm tripping? Watch this. What's this?
Yeah, you
We
see
get
how I Wyatt six the system. I got everything glitching over here.
yeah. I was like,
See what I
that tripped
did?
me out on the
Little
yeah.
quick,
It's
after
like
15
little
years, we
heel
finally
turn on
found the
my.
identity of the anonymous Raw general manager. It's been Z all this time.
Yo, you know what's so crazy that you said that? I gotta peel off real quick and just talk about this. Because I looked this up the other day. I remember growing up watching the Raw Anonymous General Manager and like, yo, who is that? Every week being like, who? And it was some fire moments. Do y'all remember who it was?
I didn't think they ever revealed it.
They
They
did.
did. I looked
yeah.
it up
They
today.
did. It was Hornswoggle.
It was Hornswoggle. It was Hornswoggle. He came crawling out from under the ring, and they were
Yeah.
like, "Oh, he's the General Anonymous." Bro, there was a time period where if all else fails, they would just go to Hornswoggle. Like
You
y'all
would hear
remember
the computer beep, ding, 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 ding. And Michael Cole, we have a message from the anonymous Raw general
exactly.
manager.
Y'all remember the Vince's like son
Mhm.
angle? We talked to Mr. Kerry
Yeah.
about it.
That was
Everything
trash.
failed, and you know who that turned out to be?
Hornswoggle.
Hornswoggle.
Yeah.
They went to Hornswoggle.
Well, I
Hornswoggle's a
guess we know who John Cena's last opponent is going to be because they don't know. Call Horn. Somebody get Hornswoggle on the phone.
That is absolutely hilarious and absolutely, I would jump off a bridge
bro.
tonight. You know what I'm saying? I do think there's a little bit of when WWE there's certain characters that they got like when all else fails, give it to this guy. And Hornswoggle definitely had his time. I think let's go back to that John Cena situation. I think right now he really sees like, bro, I have barely wrestled. Like, I'm gonna miss this. Like,
Yeah, he cut the
it's one
music.
thing to give a speech and promo and get that energy, but having a match and they're cheering, this is awesome, or you know what I'm saying, and all that, it's a different vibe. And
After
I
that
think that
match,
summer,
when he was leaving, he's cut it. He told him cut the music, and he was soaking it. And he was like, "I'm taking a mental picture of this. Like,
Mhm.
it's like, yo, it's yeah. This is how you going out, John." And
Yeah.
I don't think he likes it either. That's why he's kind of doing his own thing now. Call this
there
person. I
is
want to work with this person.
there's nothing like professional wrestling on this. Like, did y'all see Joe Budden after he was on Raw and he talked about it on his podcast? Because I guess he's never
Yeah,
really done wrestling.
Yeah.
yeah.
Greatest clip ever, bro. He was like, when the crowd gets to chanting, you know, in that voice, when the crowd gets, he's like, I don't even know who this nigga is. OTC, then another dude, and it's that energy. It can't be capsulated anywhere else on the planet.
Here's the
You
unique
can't.
thing about John Cena. Sorry, HP. I think about Triple H a lot. Triple H had to just
Do
stop.
tell.
He had to just stop, right? John Cena's in a unique position to where wrestlers rarely get to write they're ending.
Mhm.
And he's in a position to do that, and I don't think nobody's really feeling it like that.
I also think like some things, like the Brock Lesnar thing, is super unplanned. That was spurred a moment. Like it wasn't even really leaked like that. But I think their original plan was to have him heel all along and have him turn back. Like that SummerSlam match was supposed to happen in December. So
That was
that
supposed to be it.
that was supposed that's the end. And it reads like that. So now it's kind of like
Because there's not going to be a better match than that, I don't think, on the way out.
I don't think so either. It's gonna be fun times.
I
like
That's
disagree.
Big Horn Swaggle. They call it Big Horn Swaggle.
I disagree. And I guess we can get into that segment now, or maybe we can get into it later. I don't know.
Let's go.
But
We're here. Let's get into it now. Let's get the conversation going, baby. You
John
disagree? Why?
Cena.
Who's going to be a better match than Cody and Cena?
Hornswoggle.
And I know people ain't gonna like this, but it's gonna be at one of these weird things with no promo. Because remember that John Cena schedule? It's gonna be dun 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 dun. Drum roll, please. The person who's gonna give the better match and more pop. Here's his date, y'all.
Yeah, it was 4
So he
p.m.
just did Montreal.
EGF.
Yep, he just did Montreal. So scratch that off the list. So he's got the 22nd, 29th. That's 2 more this month. Clash in Paris. That's 3 times we'll see John Cena this month. Then the next week, SmackDown. Then he's taking like 10 days off, Raw. Then a month, Crown Jewel. A month, Survivor Series. And then a month, give or take, no date, retirement match. That Crown Jewel, expected to be, drum roll please, expected to be Dom Mysterio. And Dom Mysterio is going to give him that match because Dom is white hot. 2, Dom has something that has evaded John Cena his whole career, and that's the Intercontinental Championship. So it's going to be for that title, and the crowd is going to be crazy. Second, if Dom wins, it stamps Dom. If Dom loses it and it's a great match, it still stamps Dom, and it gives Cena everything he wants. The crowd goes crazy. It'll be a bigger pop than he got at SummerSlam.
So let me play devil's advocate. Let me play devil's advocate with you, Jerry, because you've always mentioned that being a Grand Slam champion doesn't mean anything. So why would Cena go for it?
Let's go, baby.
Get him, Gamage.
Let's go. Have you ever heard this sentence? Name a John Cena rival that's a Grand Slam champion. I bet you won't even name the guy I'm thinking of. Anyone can chime in too. Who?
Miz.
The Miz. That's the first one everyone goes to.
There you go.
Oh, I was gonna say AJ since he's a Grand Slam.
AJ.
Dolph.
Anybody else?
Dolph, right?
Yep.
Dolph.
And you know who no one ever says? This is why I say it doesn't mean shit. Fucking Randy Orton. Randy Orton is never mentioned as a Grand Slam champion. Never, not once. Never. No one's ever said it. He's got a U.S. title, a Intercontinental, a Raw tag team, SmackDown tag team, the Undisputed tag team, World Heavyweight Championship, and the WWE Championship. No one says nothing. Money in the Bank winner, 2-time Royal Rumble winner. It doesn't mean as much because guess what? The guys who was like the first Grand Slam, Shawn Michaels, he didn't have these belts available. So they don't even really talk about Shawn being that. So when they change belts,
always be on with this conversation, bro.
I'm just saying when they change belts over time, WWE forgets who they want to forget. So Shawn Michaels, the Hall of Famer. They don't say Grand Slam champ. Miz has to constantly remind everybody he's one.
You know what your problem is, Jerry? You assuming because all of us just didn't name Randy Orton right now that nobody knows. But I promise you, if they show
nobody knows, I say
the graphic of Randy
they never
Orton
mentioned it
on SmackDown. If they were like next up Randy Orton and they named all his accolades, they would put Triple Crown, Grand Slam, whatever you call it.
They probably wouldn't write it.
Yeah,
when he went out. Check this out. When he walked out, what was his last world title? When Cody?
When he gets like
when he walked. Check this out. When he walked out with Cody for his title match back at what was it? Whatever PLE it just was, where John Cena went over on him. They didn't write Grand Slam in there. They showed the little belts. It's not associated to Randy because Randy doesn't need it. And if Randy doesn't need it,
look,
well, then who's the guy saying it?
If I'm Randy and I don't care if they put Grand Slam or not, are you going to care if you won the World Heavyweight title 13, 14 times?
Listen,
He
you
ain't
got
won the
guys
world title as much as he has. Nobody else who's mentioned has won the world title as much as he
Talking
has.
crazy to you,
which means
Jerry.
it doesn't mean
Gamage.
much.
Crazy to you.
Which means it doesn't mean much. That's it. But if you're saying does Randy Orton care? If Randy Orton doesn't care, then it probably doesn't mean much.
I still think
Randy's
it
also
means
the guy
something.
who doesn't turn nothing down in the company. So Randy's just going to do Randy. Randy going to show. I'm here to work. All the other stuff is on y'all. I'm here to work. Now there are some people who probably going to say, "Hey, I need you to mention this every time I'm out there." I don't think Randy's that guy.
So let me ask you this, and let me show you why it doesn't mean much. If the guy who's always saying it, which is The Miz, is saying that so he's not forgotten, and it damn near keeps him forgotten, like people still be like, "Oh yeah," but anyway. Is it really a big accolade to be a Grand Slam champion when there's 27 belts out there?
Yeah.
Or
I'm
did it
not a
mean
Grand
more
Slam
back?
champion, so
Remember here. You know how I know it don't mean shit? Triple Crown winner was the original. Remember that the Intercontinental Tag and World. Bret Hart was a Triple Crown winner. There was like think about how many superstars weren't Triple Crown winners: Jake the Snake, Ravishing Rick, Ted DiBiase, Mr. Perfect. Big John Studd. Like there's what? You can run the gauntlet of names. But in today's era, everyone gets a belt. We have, hey man, go down to NXT. You can get a belt. Hey bro, we have a TNA NXT champion. We'll make you the TNA champion. Hey, guess what? Lucha Libre, go down there. You can get a belt. Hey, you want to go on Twitter? You can get a belt. Hey, where's Wendy Chu been? She been in the XFL for not the XFL. What's the other league they got?
he said
Evolve.
XFL. Damn.
So it doesn't mean much anymore, bro.
That's how you know he ain't. He's getting lost. He bringing up the XFL and shit. Like,
no, I'm telling you, when you have 1,000 belts, it doesn't mean much to be the winner of 4 because now I get to say, well, which 4 are we counting?
They have specifics of which belts count towards which accolades.
We went through this.
We went through it. We went through it, and you were wrong. Am I bugging Archie? We went through this, and he was wrong over there. He was
not wrong. He was not wrong. I gotta hit. Who's got that Jurassic Park sound effect?
We're not gonna skip over Jerry saying he was not wrong, referring to himself as he.
I'm not
got little
even
ass fingers.
engaging in
When
the
that wag, it
conversation.
looked like a dog tail.
A Grand Slam champions. There are certain requirements to become a Grand Slam champion. It's not that crazy of a thought. There are certain belts. They might.
Isn't Roman Reigns a Grand Slam champion?
I believe so. Yeah, I believe.
Has he ever mentioned it?
Roman Reigns is a T-shirt model. He models T-shirts these days. He comes up twice a month with a new shirt.
That the biggest star in the company, and we're talking about, I think so. We don't care. It doesn't even matter. The guys who don't matter, who are looked over, like Miz, who's looked over and underappreciated, he has to keep mentioning that so people know how John Cena says he doesn't want to be forgotten. That's what people have done to Miz.
Jerry, hold on.
That's what unfortunate.
Hold on, Jerry. Let me put it to you this way: you're booking a wrestling show, right? Right? You booking the main event. They're like, "Yo, we could either give you this guy. Who cares, right? Who cares who we give you, or we could give you a Grand Slam champion. Who the fuck are you picking?
That. If they say this, I can give you a 6-time. I can give you a 6-time world champion, or I can give you a Grand Slam winner. Which one you want? I'd be like, ooh, who's your 6-time? They say Bautista. They say Bautista. A 6-time world champion is Bautista with no other belts. And then he goes, you can get the Miz. And we'll throw in Dolph Ziggler. I'm still taking Bautista.
That's not the
both
question.
Of them. It really is because I just filled in the blanks. That's all. And I gave an extra guy.
And you changed the question.
No, it's not. Would you take if they said this? And then my next question, as the guy throwing the show, I have to book it. I say, well, who? And you give me 2 names. Then you say, you know what? When you say Miz, I'll even throw you Dolph Ziggler. Or I can
Okay,
take
so
Bautista, the
do
animal.
that. And like Batista's a bad example though, because Batista, the return of
Why?
Batista would be crazy.
Why?
Because if Batista
Because
were to
Batista's a
return to any
6-time
wrestling
champion.
platform right now, it'd be insane. So give me someone else who's not a Grand Slam champion, like
Brock Lesnar.
Nah, I think Brock Lesnar is a Grand Slam champion. Is he not?
Hell no, he ain't. Brock didn't do no mid-tiers. Brock the world title at Vince McMahon like this. Let me rephrase. Let me
The U.S. title.
get
I don't
through
even
that
think
shit. Brock don't fuck with mid-tiers. Brock would.
Well, that's
Yeah,
my
well,
point. Some people just gonna have certain things they go for and not go for. Randy said it himself. Whatever they gave me, I made it work. I didn't give pushback. Brock has just been his own thing since his inception. Brock, so it's everybody's different, but I think the Miz mentioning that actually adds to his character, and Randy not just makes him more cool. Like Randy, I'm just a cool
I
dude
think
here,
Miz
dog.
has to because people forget Miz because Miz is the guy that loses to Snoop Dogg on a straight punch at WrestleMania because Shane McMahon blows out his legs. And it's like,
yeah, that
that's
was
your
kind of
Grand
crazy.
Slam champ. But they have Miz being the guy who just takes L's. And they use him for I hate saying this, but like to boost other talent where he just takes
So if you
losses.
were getting into wrestling today, and you had the exact same career that the Miz has had, would you accept that career?
Hell
100%.
yeah.
100%. And I would be doing what the Miz does. No, that doesn't prove your point.
Hell yeah.
That
Miz gets
completely
paid.
doesn't prove your point.
Miz gets
What I'm
paid.
making is that
You see
the
the
Miz is
pretzel
the guy who
Miz
gets
got?
forgotten. You're asking, would I accept Miz's career if I wanted to get into
So it's
wrestling?
not a bad
Yes.
career.
No, it's not.
He's an
I got to
excellent Hall
headline
of
a
Fame.
WrestleMania.
He's Hall of
I
Fame.
got to,
Y'all can't say nah.
yeah, 100%. But do not get it. People aren't going, Miz, who, okay, I'll compare Miz to Mankind. Who had a better career?
Who had a better career?
It's
Well,
crickets.
Mankind is
That's
like a
crazy.
pioneer.
Nah,
Mankind
no,
is like
I don't want to hear these. Don't do that. Okay, Bray Wyatt.
Who?
who had a better
I'm gonna just keep
career?
naming
Bray Wyatt?
non-Grand Slam winners who won world titles.
You said Bray
I mean,
Wyatt?
Bray
Yeah.
Wyatt's career was cut short.
So you're answering the question without answering it because
No,
I
first you
because
think
said
it's
that's
Mick
not
kind of
Foley's a
similar. Bray
pioneer.
did a lot in a little time. Bray did a lot in a little time. So
So did the Miz. The Miz went through tough. The Miz took a
I don't
non-traditional
know.
route.
I
Remember,
don't know how to answer
Bray
that
is the
because
son of.
Bray's career was cut short.
and Miz is still
I agree.
active. Miz got like 20 years in the game.
That's what I'm
So
saying.
you guys have answered the question, Bray Wyatt. Because you're
No.
saying Bray Wyatt got cut short, but you're not saying Miz has done
Me
more.
personally, I'm
Like,
saying Miz. I'm saying Miz due to longevity. I have to.
Yeah, if we had to say one, it would definitely be Miz.
okay. So you say Miz over Bray Wyatt. Okay.
Well, this question is the reason why Biggie Smalls is not in my top 5.
It's like, bro, it's the same kind of comparison because Biggie only got 2 albums because his career was cut short. So can you put him in like a top 5 against someone who has like 10 albums? You know what I mean?
It's
the same
They
kind of
do it all the time.
It's just and they can. It's just not an easy
Yeah.
thing for everybody. So
like
Right.
oh Jerry,
So-
same question to you. You would put Bray's career over the Miz's.
No. Would I put Bray's career over the Miz's? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. And I hate to say that, but the reality is Bray got over. I feel like Bray got to the top of the car for a longer period. And you know what I'm saying? Like he was just,
Bro,
even when he wasn't
Miz
at the top of the
main
card.
evented WrestleMania when it was still one day. Miz main evented that
Miz
shit,
did
the
some
last
shit.
match.
27.
The last match.
Yes. And Miz also within a few years of that was like already like not being mentioned for WrestleManias anymore. It's like he had a really he didn't have it fast. He just when he worked, he busted his ass, got to where he got, and the WWE used him for what they needed him for,
If
and
I
then they
missed
still did.
6 WrestleManias, but I hit 13, I'm okay with that.
I'm not saying from a personal perspective of yay or nay, but when you start comparing careers, there's a lot of people who are going to go over Miz, and Miz is the Grand Slam champion. And this is why I say it doesn't really mean shit to say it.
In wrestling, sometimes longevity can hurt your legacy.
I mean, that's true too.
Miz
Very few
Miz
Undertakers
is
out there.
still an
Undertaker.
active wrestler to this day. Like, so all the fluff or the stuff that didn't really mean much is going to get on his jacket because it's part of his career.
Right? No. So he's the Washington Wizards version now because that longevity. Unfortunately, we saw your prime, and then he's still
Where
on the
is
Right.
the
card.
Miz
Still gets booked.
The Miz is a very interesting wrestling conversation. Period. So
Yeah,
I
but this is why
agree.
going back to Grand Slams. I don't think Grand Slam means anything anymore, bro. It just doesn't. It just it just doesn't, man. It doesn't. There's too many titles.
Jerry
When
all
there's
Silent
right.
less
So
Bob.
titles,
so we're
it
gonna
means the
add
world.
Grand Slams under Jerry's list, right under Ric Flair. We got it.
Right? Of the shit he hates. Of the shit he
I
hates.
just think when you dilute something, the product gets worse. When Miz was a Grand Slam champion, there was way less titles, and so it meant more than
For sure.
now. You have a lot of titles out there,
All
and
of it's diluted if we really being honest right now. So
and then the titles don't even mean shit. You got a Ula Fala that people main evented for. You had a bracelet that people
No,
main
Ulafala
evented
means
for.
more than the titles.
Yeah,
Ulafala is
yeah.
crazy. Bronson Reed
So
got shoes. Those shoes might as well be a
and then
title.
now you don't even have to earn title shots. You can just put yourself in matches. It's just a weird space for anything with titles and around titles is kind of weird. You have champions who don't defend titles, champions who aren't on PLEs, champions who people don't even know are champions. It's just a lot with the titles right now.
Hold
TKO
on.
about to clean all that up in 2026 though.
That's facts. Speaking of titles, we got we do see Mike once a month. Jerry bugs out. It's Mr. Sippable. Mr. Sippable bugs out once a month and says that shit. He goes crazy. But we were speaking of titles. We seen
take this to the
Drew
Wednesday Night Wars.
McIntyre. Drew McIntyre going at Cody. I think he's about to take a run at that.
This is the shit I hate.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Drew McIntyre going at Cody needs to happen for a major PLE, not coming off the heels of what happened with like it feels like Cody won't lose right now because you just gave him and he's the big star. They're seemingly not doing.
He ain't losing.
This is why I don't want to see Drew in this spot because it's like
Drew's not winning. Drew's not winning. Like
I want to
Cody's
see
first
Drew
defense after beating Cena, Drew McIntyre is not winning that.
is not doing it.
What
Give it to me at Survivor Series. Make me have to think about it.
Clash at Paris is the next one.
See, but they need Drew in a big position on that card.
Because he's an international star.
He's international.
Yeah.
Remember
And-
they did
and
that
the
to
way
him
that
before
Paris- What?
man. The girls won and they were from over there. Alba Fire and Isla Dawn.
Fire and Dawn, yeah.
Oh yeah, when they won
Yeah.
the tag belts.
And they won and Drew lost. And CM Punk screwed. Punk screwed him.
They don't
But,
be giving Drew no love in his hometown. Like as far as WWE letting him get a big win there, because that would be big. That would be big. But oh well, that's not his hometown. I'm bugging.
No, it's not, but it's close. He's like Archie said though, international star. When you talk about the UK
over there, yeah, he's a big deal.
But that's why they got to put him in the main event position for over there.
I want to see Drew.
But that's somebody who should be champion, bro. Drew can talk. Drew can wrestle. He looks like a champion. He looks like money. He's been trying to make the best of what they've given him. Like we saw him with the hell of a trilogy with CM Punk. The I'm bored at work stuff he come up with. Like Drew McIntyre is cooking for himself. It's just sometimes WWE don't. You can give them the perfect recipe and they're like, nah, we don't fuck with your bread, son. Like it's
yeah. And the way he's on social media with it is fire. Like he's playing the game in a whole different way. So it's really like him as champion would be something we might have never really seen before. Because even Roman wasn't super on like socials like that. Cody's not on socials like that. He has the podcast, which is cool, but like Drew as champion might be kind of crazy.
Roman Reigns don't even know his Instagram login. He don't run that page
at all.
Roman's barely ever on anything.
Roman might even have a phone. We ain't got no shoes, so he might have a phone.
Oh shit!
Damn.
I ain't say it. Y'all say I be wild. You talking about the man got no shoes?
He didn't. Bronson Reed, hey.
He had to grab the belt for that one.
I did. I got to hide behind. Whenever I want to hide my face, I can start to do that. But no, I agree with Archie though. Like Drew and you, like Drew being champion, we need a good, and he's a good heel. He's a damn good heel. So in a time where you're lacking heels, we're having a day. Remember this? He battled Damian Priest. Was it at WrestleMania last year? I think it
Nah,
Bro,
was.
I
Ocho.
forgot
No, it was
Damian
this year.
Priest was even an active wrestler till you just said it.
No, Damian Priest was this year.
Oh no,
Jeez.
Damian Priest cashed in
Damian
on him
Priest should have been
Yeah.
last
Namor.
year.
Should have taken that role, bro.
Priest should have been more because he's kind of old school too. Drew's old school. Like they got something about them that should work. It's just
Drew
you
McIntyre.
ever dated somebody that no matter what you did, you just couldn't make them happy. I think that's what it is with some of these wrestlers. We
Yeah,
doing everything. We doing all the right things, but for some reason this company just won't push us.
hey, this
Karrion
is.
Cross, perfect example in real time.
I
Triple
don't
H,
like
you was
Terry
bogus for
Cross.
that too. Talking about that crowd was chanting CM, what is it saying? CM Punk, right? No, we want Cross.
Yeah, we want
We
Cross.
want Cross. And he was like,
Yeah.
hey, you want Brock Lesnar? You're getting him. Brock Lesnar and Karrion Cross don't even sound the same.
Nah, I could see how he could screw that up. He might have screwed that up. He might have been little like, they love Brock. He might have been feeling himself a little. He was like, of course they cheering for Brock. But
Well,
I can
remember
see.
this. They did say just recently they extended a contract to him like in the last 24 hours. So at that time, when they didn't extend a contract to him, he was probably trying to ditch that Karrion Cross noise as fast as possible. We want Cross. You want Brock, we gave him to you. All right, next subject. Move on. Like
Move on.
Hold
Karrion
on.
Cross put on his Instagram a voicemail that Kevin Sullivan left him. Bro, I don't know if y'all heard it, but Kevin Sullivan was like, yo, you it. I don't know what's wrong with this company. Whatever you need from me, I will help you become it because you it. You got everything. It's like a 2-3 minute voicemail Kevin Sullivan left Karrion Cross that he had, and he recently posted that with a video. And I'm like, bro, that's some heavy artillery right there. To
you heard
have
what
and
Paul
then
Heyman
put
just
that
said
out.
about him? Paul
No.
Heyman said he's becoming the new Stone Cold. Remember when Stone Cold got fired from WCW? Then he went to ECW. He was cutting
ECW
these
just
promos,
cut
and the
promos. That's
crowd
all
was
he
like,
did. That's all he did was cut
"Yeah,
promos.
that's
Hold
where
on. So
Karrion
y'all are
Cross is at."
Karrion Cross fans now?
Bro, who was the first one on this pod telling y'all Karrion Cross is the guy? And y'all stood here and told me with straight faces, no, I can't see it.
I'm not convinced at all.
I'm just talking about the way he's building and what he's doing. Like I'm not a stan. I don't have a Karen Cross T-shirt, but I support anybody that build their own thing, and he's just building his own thing. I was just making an example of sometimes you can do everything, and it's the company still just don't see it.
Yeah, I think
I don't see the
I think
bro. I
Paul
think
Heyman.
the Cross and Stone Cold comparison is bugged out. Like I don't see that at all. But have fun with y'all comparisons, bro. You just said Stone Cold, Karrion Cross
Paul
in the
Heyman
same
said that.
sentence. Like, hey,
Yes.
Paul
The
Heyman is getting a
Oracle,
little old. He
the
might need
wise
to sign
Oracle.
that
No.
Legends
So
contract.
you're looking at it from Stone Cold 316. What Paul Heyman and what we're all seeing, when Stone Cold got fired from WCW, he went on a rant rage, but he was hurt. But he went on a rant rage. He basically went on a 50 Cent mixtape run. And then ECW was like, Paul was like, yo, you want to come down and
I smell.
just cut some
Is
promo?
that you, Herb?
You know what I'm
I
saying?
smell. Is that
Stone
you,
Cold did it,
John?
right? And he kept getting over with the fans. WWE took notice and was like, damn, offered him a big deal. They just didn't know how to use him. Remember, before Stone Cold was 316 chugging beer, he was the ringmaster with a crew cut, carrying $1 million belt, putting people in sleeper holds.
Bro,
They
Karrion
didn't know how to
Cross.
use him.
What's that song? He looked like he bumped that shit. Wake me up inside every day on repeat. And he looked like
Evanescence.
motherfucking in school be like, yo, you know what? You ain't been bullying me. Don't show up tomorrow. Like that's not a motherfucker. I don't know. Him and Stone
So
Cold.
you questioning what Paul Heyman sees in talent? Or this
Yes,
particular
bro. Paul Heyman just sound good, but you know what else Paul Heyman said? Paul Heyman on record said no one should have to work in wrestling past 40. He is definitely past 40, still working in wrestling. Fuck what Paul Heyman says. Hey, like hey, some shit hit, some shit miss. You know what I mean? Yo, Paul Heyman. You know who else Paul Heyman said was the next big thing? Fucking McGillicuddy. What was that? Kurt McGillicuddy. Who the fuck was that?
Curtis Axel.
Curtis Axel. Paul Heyman walked out to the ring with Curtis Axel, grabbed the mic, and said, "This is the next big motherfucker." And you asking me if I believe him saying Karrion Kross?
Yo, don't forget. You might. All right. Everybody strikes out at some point, but everyone can't hit a lot of home runs. Brock Lesnar's a home run.
The 50 Cent mixtape era was amazing. By the way.
Yes. Facts. CM Punk, amazing run. Roman Reigns. Paul Heyman is going to go down as one of, if not the greatest manager of all time. Because when you look at his roster of talent that he has had and what he did during the time as manager for them, undeniable. Roman Reigns alone is enough to get him in the top 5. Big Dog couldn't get over, still getting booed as a babyface, to undeniably the greatest wrestler of our era right now.
Who said that?
Who says it? The crowd says it.
Archie said. Oh, hold on, because see, this leads into 2 more questions I want to ask. Who do y'all think is the greatest wrestler of our time right now?
What's our time? What's our time?
Let's say of 2000,
the last 10 years.
Okay, yeah, that's a good one. For the last 15 years. The last 15 years. I would have to say.
Well, see, when you say 15 goes into someone else's era, I definitely say John Cena has his run as that guy. You know, that's definitely. Roman Reigns is the guy after.
For sure.
I would almost go back to basically saying once COVID hit, it's Roman Reigns' time. It's Roman Reigns from COVID beyond for the last 5 years. And this 5 years have been extraordinarily impressive. Extraordinarily. Because they were force feeding us Roman. Rock couldn't get him over. Oh, man, that shit was bad. That man won the Royal Rumble and said it was the worst day of his life. He said it's like a movie.
They booed the shit out of Rock.
Rock made that face too, like.
I got Cena in that conversation, like, and I got Orton. I think Randy Orton. I'm taking Orton over Roman Reigns. That's just me.
Hey, you know who Dave would probably say that I think it might not be a hot take, but who I think is overrated as well? Will Ospreay. Like, Will Ospreay is cool, but he ain't like best in the world. Like, people need to stop. People need to stop hyping these motherfuckers. If Will Ospreay even looked at John Cena, he would forget how to wrestle. Like, these motherfuckers ain't as nice as y'all make them out to be. I'm just saying. I'll be watching the matches.
Will Ospreay style is what people love.
Dave Meltzer be like, yo, it's 1 to 5 stars, but Will Ospreay, shit, he gets 7 stars. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna watch the match. It's all right.
I'm not a fan of Will Ospreay style of wrestling. However, I would not say he ain't a great wrestler.
Bro,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
I'll put out a disclaimer. I don't really like British people too much, and y'all can take that as you want. What is he, British? I just, as a rule of thumb, I don't trust them. They sound like supervillains. If something goes bad, I will accuse them first. So British people just get on my nerves in general. So Will Ospreay is just in the.
I won't agree with you on the British people thing because it's some cool.
Oh no, that's on me. That's on me.
No. What I'm gonna say is, I'm trying, but it's hard to get with the British rap.
Oh, bro,
that's a little tough for me.
You need to get a British translator, bro. That's the problem. They literally tell you exactly the same things, but just, because I don't understand it when I listen to it sometimes.
Pop them top. We don't need them muffin. What?
Oh, man. You know who's higher Pete and Bass? Off topic. You see Pete and Bass, those 2 old dudes, British old dudes? They be killing it. You need to look up Pete and Bass.
I know them, yeah. But pop them top. We don't need them muffin.
They be doing that shit. But yeah, I don't even that whole 5-star list. I have no faith in it. I don't even.
Dave Meltzer's 5-star list.
That's the thing about wrestling, bro. You can create something, and that thing you create becomes a legitimate thing, right? We all battle rap fans, right? The perfect example of that is what Jay Black created with Champion. That was something he was just doing, and it's a part of battle rap now, right? So it's wrestling. Meltzer created this list and the stars and even the WWE Hall of Fame is you can't go to it.
Yeah, that's true.
So
Yeah.
people create these things and these things just get life and then they become this. So whoever finds wrestling now or even battle rap, these things are going to always be a part of their experience. But we knew a time where this wasn't a part of it. You know what I'm saying? So
I ain't gonna lie. Huff and puff. I'm gonna eat those muffins. Is crazy.
no, we we popped them top. We don't need.
Yeah, you know, this is what I'm saying. British people just
But
not. It's not it
going back to Z and he's in this Eras thing,
Oh,
right?
British breakfast. I can't get with British breakfast.
at all, bro. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
I'll just prove. I know y'all didn't mean to, but y'all proving my point even more. British man. Hey, last
So
I'm not gonna let you finish, Jerry, but I gotta say last thing because I seen on TikTok like UK, the British people versus US, who would win, bruh. Just New York would and smoke y'all.
Yeah, I'm not a huge Joyner Lucas fan, but Skepta, you bugging. Joyner Lucas
Bruh.
will wrap circles around you.
A
He
bacon, egg, and
has.
cheese smokes any British breakfast they got. And it gives us the nutrition we need to whoop y'all asses. I'm taking this somewhere shitty. Go ahead, Jerry. Bring it back to wrestling.
and
Look at Gamaj.
and
Gamaj
I ain't
can't
gonna
even hold.
lie. Once New York, once you see New Yorkers, because I think this is like the universal black people sign for when you getting beat up. When them pants get pulled up, like with the 2-finger tuck, pull up under here, and they got Tim's on, it's over, bro.
Pop
It's
them top.
over.
We don't need them muffin.
It's over. I don't know what they got in Britain, but I'll say this: going back to the Eras thing, because I do have some questions. Because you put up Randy Orton, which is not a bad choice at all. There's going to be a lot of people depending on, you know. Is it fair to say there was two faces at once? Because I don't think
No.
Randy was like Randy and John Cena like coincide. You know, they like run along the same track. You know what I mean?
Randy's
Their time.
another victim of longevity, bro. Like I said, we talk about Randy now. They're doing nothing with him, but Roman's run was crazy. 4 years
Yeah.
that's nuts. That's insane. But
I
that's
feel
a
like they're about to
huge
do the Roman
part
what they're
of
doing to
his.
Randy.
But that's like a huge part of Roman's legacy is bloodline.
It is Roman's legacy. Because when
That's
you
what I'm
take that
saying.
away,
So you got to credit
Roman
that to
goes.
everybody involved in that.
We might not. We're
I
not
mean,
gonna see.
yeah,
We're not gonna see another title run like that for a
Probably
long.
ever. Probably ever.
yeah. I don't think you will. The way they
Now,
got
but
these
see,
belts going, I don't think you will.
that's what people said like about like the first people who did like about Hogan and them. They're like how he used to hold the belt for years. They were like, oh, they'll never do that again. But like, I think eventually, maybe, but
Mike says Seth in the chat. Here's my thing about Seth. I don't think people take Seth Rollins seriously.
I
not as
think
like
he's
a
the
face.
Randy Orton of this.
Yeah, they
Where if you
just
say
don't.
John Cena's the face and Randy's like there,
Yep, that is the
that's what
Randy of
Seth.
the generation.
Yeah, like it's Roman, but it's Seth right there. Like
If
So
Seth
not
did
say
if it
Seth
something,
can
wasn't a
never go
Roman
over.
Reigns, this would be Seth Rollins' company.
No, I don't believe that either for some weird reason.
yeah,
Like
me neither.
I, I,
Damn.
you know what I'm saying? Because it's like if he doesn't chair shot Roman, he's linked to Roman. Just like Randy damn near is linked to John Cena. Like that whole like what's his greatest feud? Probably John Cena and Randy Orton. It just he kicked this man's dad in the head, bro. They
Facts.
Fire. And we and we all cheered.
He said fire. Yeah, that's facts. He said fire.
that shit was
Randy Orton,
crazy.
yo, low key, Randy Orton might be the most diabolical wrestler ever.
The Legend
Bro,
Killer.
he handcuffed Triple H to the ring, knocked out Stephanie McMahon, then made Triple H watch him kiss Stephanie McMahon. This is the PG era.
He RKO'd
This man
Dusty in
going to
front of
jail,
Cody.
bro.
He
Vincent
laid
ain't going to
Dusty out
jail.
in front of Cody, and Cody was in the ring like,
Bro, the punt kick, he was literally just kicking people in the head, bro.
Yeah, that was him in what, 07, 08? When he was just bald Orton. He
That
was
was a
wilding.
good time. That was a good time to
Seth
wrestle.
And then
Rollins, Shawn Michaels.
the internet gave him new life with the RKO out of nowhere memes.
For sure.
Yeah.
Who y'all think
Salute to you,
is
Monster
taking
the
that
Creator
belt?
World on Instagram. Seth Rollins is the Shawn Michaels of this generation. Do you agree?
Yeah.
He's
No,
definitely the
Shawn
Iron
Michaels
Man.
is bigger.
Hmm.
As a long hair motherfucker, that's just a long hair thing. They see he kind of look like Shawn. They're like, oh, he's a Shawn Michaels. I get it. But Shawn Michaels is like, bro, Roman might be like the Shawn if you're talking status wise, because Shawn ran the game. Like, Shawn would.
Shawn
No,
Michaels is the Michael Jordan of wrestling, dog.
Yeah.
I think Shawn Michaels and Seth Rollins are more like because this, like Roman has great matches, but Roman's moveset is very limited. It's
Yeah, but
almost like
Roman
aura
would
gets
more
into it.
likely go.
Seth
Well,
Rollins be having good matches.
So you're saying that because of their wrestling style or because of their impact? Because there's two different things.
Wrestling style. They are two different things. You're right. Thank you for correcting that. I think Seth is more Shawn Michaels because his wrestling style and he could put on a match with anybody except for Sting because he broke that motherfucker's neck and got him out of here. Which is also on Seth Rollins' resume. Seth Rollins might have the best resume in all WWE right now currently. Because everybody
Terrible
Roman has,
fashion
Seth
sense.
has.
Terrible fashion sense. But
Terrible fashion sense.
another
But I mean,
hot take, by the way. Sting overrated as hell. You get Sting the hell out of here. He came to
his
WWE, got smoked
crazy.
by Triple H. That's what we needed. Fuck WCW, AEW. If it's not WWE, we don't need that. He came over. Yo, do you know how crazy that is to be such a professional hater? That a motherfucker who's been avoiding you for like 15 years, you finally get him, you be like, yo, here's what we're gonna do. We just gonna
break
have
his
you
neck.
lose. Like, yeah, we gonna
Break
have
it.
you lose, bro. Like, come on, bro. That's crazy. Sting, yeah. Another little
Triple
hot
H
take.
used to have the craziest resume in wrestling because everybody that came from WCW went through Triple H as soon as they got there. Like
Triple
Scott
H's
Steiner.
resume was better than Triple H himself. Triple
That
H
was
is a
wild.
little overrated to me.
Triple H has been in the ring from Bret Hart to Scott Steiner to Goldberg, all while they were world champions or world champion status too. Like, remember when Bret was talking that shit? He was like, "You and that guy in the green shirt next to you are a bunch of slow mos." Because I don't want YouTube to take it down.
What was that
You
over
know what
there?
I'm saying? And he said, "And you was bareback of your legs."
I
Why
wish
you
we could
think
say
Triple H
some of
is
the words we
overrated?
used to could say, because sometimes a conversation just needs a. You know what I'm saying?
Bret
Wait,
Hart
why
was
you
on
think
one, bro.
Triple H is overrated?
I just think his resume, like the people he wrestled, was always just like maybe a step up from him. Like he was always wrestling up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think there's a point where that is. I think, bro, he comes in at the same time as The Rock and Stone Cold
I
because
mean,
they're
he
all
came in
battling.
a tough class. He was in a tough class. Absolutely, he still broke through. And like I said, he took advantage of some opportunities he's had to step up and be the man. But I mean, I'm not knocking his career. I mean, I love what Triple H did in the ring. I'm just saying, I just think his competition was just a little better than him, like 1A, 1B type stuff. But he got a great
Let me ask you
career.
a question. Let me ask you that OVW class, right? Because we've seen that picture now.
Mm.
Bautista, Brock Lesnar, John Cena, Randy Orton. Is that better than the class that broke into wrestling of, I'm going to get the weakest one out the way, Mark Merrow, Triple H, The Rock, and Stone Cold Steve Austin? Because those
The thing
four are
is,
all...
the OVW don't got any weak links.
Okay,
The
so
other
which four draft class do you think is better?
in what way?
I mean, how... You know what I'm saying? There's Mark Merrow. That shit hurts to say because he's the weakest. But like Mark Merrow,
Mark Merrill was
Stone,
fire though.
he
Back
was Johnny B. Like when he got to the WWE in '96,
and
they
he
either
had
got there late,
Sable. He had Sable, so that's a stat.
That's a fact.
and then Brock took her.
And Brock was in that OVW class, so the OVW wins just off that alone.
I ain't gonna
Wait, so
lie.
it was Mark, Stone Cold, The Rock, and Undertaker?
No. In that class of like 96 that all came in around the same exact time, it was The Rock, Triple H, Stone Cold, and Mark Merrill, right? Those are the four guys who were battling for the IC championship all the time. They were all pretty new right in that same time.
I'm giving it
Or
to
the
that
four of
OVW class. I'm giving it to the
OVW class. Okay.
class.
The OVW class is that's lightning in the bottle, dog.
There is no weak link in that class, you're right. There is no weak link. But
Mm.
Stone Cold and The Rock, like they
Yeah,
used to
but the other
battle for
two,
the Intercontinental title together. They have a triple threat match with Triple H for the IC belt on a Monday Night Raw. No
yeah.
one knew these guys were going to be the next
So
three
Triple
biggest
H,
things.
out of those three, Triple H would be the weak link.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy to say, but
Mark Merrow is
Well,
crazy.
and that
Though.
was my point about not calling him a weak link, but like I said, he was always 1A,
Yeah.
1B. He was always wrestling up.
yeah,
Right.
that's
My stepdad looked exactly like Mark Merrow. I'm gonna have to get to show y'all a picture. He looked exactly like Mark Merrow, which is crazy.
Hey, I
Your
think
stepdad?
y'all have met my ring announcer, Salazar Santiago, right?
Yeah.
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 Tell me he don't look like that motherfucker Evan Bourne. Y'all know
my-
Evan Bourne? Tell you
Even
see
Bourne
Yeah.
got RKO'd out of nowhere on that
Yup.
inverted.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna get
I remember.
Santiago to put up because he looked just like that motherfucker Evan Bourne.
Now I can't unsee it.
Exactly. See
You know-
it because it's like that. It's like that.
Damn. I'm gonna try to find a draft class of four guys who were like at their peaks at the same time, kind of came in together, and see if there's anyone who could beat that four. Because that four from OVW, they were all there together.
I mean, yo,
It's crazy.
the Roman era got some crazy ones. If you look, Roman, Seth, and Dean all came in together.
That's true.
Just those three are crazy. And then even them, around them, if you look, they had like Bray Wyatt around that time, Daniel Bryan. Like, that's a crazy class that came in over there. And y'all be hating on
Who would be on with Kurt Angle's class?
Oh, Kurt Angle is around the time of like, damn, I don't even really know.
When did Kurt come?
Kurt
99?
crossed like a few different eras.
Yeah.
Because he's in Brock era and John Cena's. Like he crosses a lot.
When did Kurt Angle signed with the WWE?
I'm looking at who is
I
Kurt
remember
Angle.
when Mark Henry did. Mark Henry signed in 96.
That was a big deal too.
Yeah, it was. They didn't
Yeah.
use him right away like they should have, but it definitely was. They were running
He used
promos.
to wear them funny hats.
I remember when he came back.
Kurt Angle
with no hair.
debuted in 99 Survivor Series.
That's
That's like the
wrestlers
Stone Cold
debuted
and The
in
Rock.
yeah, he
in
was
the WWE.
he was in there for a minute.
I remember when Kurt Angle came back with no hair. Now that was
What
different.
wrestlers debuted in 1999 in the WWE? I don't think Kurt Angle's class is gonna weigh, because you know who came over? Big Show came over in '99.
What?
He came in. He threw Stone Cold through the fucking cage in February.
That mean
It was
Eddie and
St.
them had to
Valentine's.
be around them that time too.
Ooh, Chris Jericho came in '99.
Jericho is different. People forget. Jericho
is
beat Stone Cold and The Rock the same night.
Jericho is the poor man Shawn Michaels. I feel like if Shawn doesn't get hurt, everything Jericho did was meant for Shawn Michaels.
Poor man Shawn
Because-
Michaels kind of wild.
Well, I'm just saying he comes
Mike
in like
said
a
it's
year
Angle,
after.
Rock, Triple H, Stone Cold. That's a hell of a class.
If you're running that for, but Angle comes in 3 years later. They just all got hot at peak time together. But remember,
Angle was a part of that. He got a weird timeline. You know what I'm saying? Because Angle came in hot.
Angle came in hot. So did Y2J. They came in when wrestling was kind of booming from Stone Cold and them. And they were already top tier talent. But when they weren't top tiers and they were, remember Triple H and The Rock have a ladder match. They have an Iron Man match too, as well. Like for the Intercontinental belt. Them boys were going through the mid-card
I
beefing.
know we talk a lot about The Rock and we give Dwayne a lot of smack, but that Rocky Maivia character was terrible.
Trash.
That was
God.
I actually kind of hope when he returns, he comes back as Rocky Maivia. That's what we need in
Yo,
today's
chill.
wrestling,
Flex
bro.
Gabbana.
Yep, I hope he comes back as that. But hold on, let me ask y'all a question because we're gonna get up out of here soon. We talking about titles and all this. Realistically, who do you see now taking that title off of Cody?
Hold up, Z. Before y'all answer that, the Fantasy Football League, we are putting it together. Anybody that's
Mhm.
interested, let me know in the chat. We need at least 10 people. I think we're going to cap it at 12. It might be a $10 buy-in, I believe. Me and Mike is putting it together. Mike in the chat is helping me put this together because I have no idea about this app. He said he the fantasy football man. So, I call my mans to help me put it together. So $10 buy-in. 10 people's the goal. 12 is a cap. So if you're interested in doing fantasy football with Attitude Era, let us know so we can get you invites to you and get this draft day set and everything going. So, but yeah, who defeats Cody?
Yeah,
Let's go to our resident Cody Rhodes expert. Game time. Gamage.
There's two people who I could see possibly doing it. One, not now because he's champion. I could see Seth doing it if he wasn't champion. Because Seth has never beaten Cody one-on-one. That could be that win if he gets the belt off him. So I could see that. And
You
I
can
could also
unify the titles and
potentially,
get rid of one of them.
or that could be another thing too.
please do that.
So I could see Seth, and I could also possibly see Orton if they do the whole teacher versus student thing and they spin it back.
And that'll go towards Orton trying to beat that record.
Right.
You believe it'll be CM Punk?
Yo, I think you brought up something because in November or in October, I'm sorry, I lied to you. October, Crown Jewel. Remember last year they started this. It's supposed to be champ versus champion.
Champ versus
So
champ.
you might get that Seth
Right.
Rollins versus Cody by default if they're both champions in October.
Yeah.
But it's for the Sega Genesis. It's not for a real title. Title look like a Sega Genesis, man. That big.
It's for the
Well,
Genesis.
wouldn't Cody be defending his? Because Liv is not champion, so it'll be a new Crown Jewel champion on the
It's
women's
just was
side.
champ versus
Oh.
champ for the Crown Jewel title. So
Yeah, that's it.
it's his
Okay.
own
'Cause
thing,
they
like
don't-
the Andre the Giant Battle Royal Memorial Trophy that we don't even really see anymore. So
Because the thing
That's
is with
another
that
couple.
championship, it's not like they can keep it.
Oh, okay. That's
so it just stays there.
Yeah, it stays there. That's why he never carried it around throughout the rest of last year. It stays there.
Oh, so it just
They don't get to keep the belt they win?
Hold on, time out. Y'all start looking confused now. Because I'm the first Crown Jewel champion, which also makes a fourth title, which makes me a
That do
Grand Slam
mean
champion.
something. That do mean something, being the first Crown Jewel champion. Y'all remember the greatest Royal Rumble? Braun Strowman won that shit?
Yep.
And
Y'all
look where it
remember
got
that?
Still undefeated.
Bro, they had a
Dog.
sumo wrestler in there, and they said the Prince of Saudi Arabia or something was like, "Yo, I want Yokozuna," and they were like, "Bro,
he was naming
Yokozuna's
people
dead."
that he wanted. That was like, yo, this guy been dead 30 years.
Yeah, and they were like, "All right, so just get a sumo wrestler," and they just found a sumo wrestler and they put him in there. That's crazy. They said he wanted Hulk Hogan. Like,
he just was naming people.
yo, he was like, "I heard of this motherfucker, Yokozuna."
Yeah.
But when you haven't watched wrestling in 20 years and you turn on wrestling and you see Ric Flair still wrestling, you might think, hey, Yokozuna. But
Yeah.
in his defense, Yokozuna did pass really early. And like he was young.
That's a fact.
So
My
So
man said I want Yoko.
So for who's dethroning Cody, I gotta hope because I'm starting to have a new favorite wrestler of this time. My GOAT John Cena is gonna retire, so I'm gonna need a new favorite wrestler for the time period. Y'all know I don't really fuck with Cody like that, but Dominic, I think that heat is getting too crazy, and I think the road is gonna lead him right to that belt, and he's gonna win. And I think the pop when he wins is going to be insane. It's crazy because he really is like a kind of like a modern day Eddie Guerrero.
Dominic Mysterio would probably break down and cry in that ring. like literal real
And it's going
tears,
to happen. He has come so far from just
real
being
tears.
Mysterio Jr.
And that's when Ray comes out and give him his props. Like, yo, you him.
Hey, did you see how he just cooked CM Punk?
Mm-hmm.
Dominic, he said, so CM Punk had went on and said, basically nothing gives away the industry more than a girl like Rhea Ripley. Because CM Punk was with Rhea Ripley, a girl like you, a goddess. He called her a goddess, and dating a guy like Dom, right? And he kept going on about it, right? Basically saying it doesn't get over, people won't buy it, blah 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 blah. Man, Dom saw that clip and cooked this motherfucker. He said, "You know what gives the industry away when guys go to the UFC and get beat up twice." Phil,
That's a fact, though. That's a
It
fact.
is.
bro,
He
he
got
said
slept.
that shit, dog. He said that shit so straight faced it, and like his rebuttal game is
It's
crazy.
no lines. Hey, you could cross any line in wrestling. It is no lines, bro. It
That's what
is
I'm
what it
saying.
When
I
you go
think
to the UFC and get beat up twice,
and
dog,
also, you're talking
Dom
about a
is that.
story like how Cody was all about finish the story. What kind of story would that be for Dominic? You know what I mean? That's a
I think
story.
it's too early for Dom. I think you want to wait a year and a half or so.
So you
I
see,
think you
this
got to
is
get
what.
And
Dom
then you
back.
know what,
Out for like a
HP?
year.
He falls into the category with Drew McIntyre, Damian Priest, Jey Uso, LA Knight. They waited too late. When they should have struck, when it was white hot, they didn't.
I just think with
So
Dom, he's got to be. Someone's got to start dominating somewhere. Like this is the problem I think with Jey Uso, right? Jey Uso was barely ever a mid-tier champ. He won it 28 days later. Then you throw him in the world title. It's hard to take him serious. And I think if you do that to Dom too early, even though he's super hot, he's undersized. He can wrestle, but when he's wrestling smaller guys, it's great. You put him in there with Brock Lesnar. You put him in there with Cody Rhodes. You put him in there, it's gonna look a little crazy.
No, so I got
If he,
something for that, and I'm gonna get back to the
unless he's
J thing
heel
in a
winning,
minute. So what you do
heel
with
win.
Dom, and I wanted them to do this with Dom, honestly, this year, but they didn't. Make him the next Money in the Bank winner. That's how you get him the belt.
Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect. That
That's
gives
how
that
you do
time.
it.
that,
And his
I like
character
that.
would make him like freaking great with that briefcase.
Yo,
Mhm.
I can
That
agree
is
with that.
how
I didn't
I
even.
would like if it was me. That's how I would book it if I wanted it to be Dom.
Mhm.
But then they will book it and call him like the mustache in the bank, and then they'll kill it.
Mustache. Maybe he'll just put the mustache on the briefcase and leave it at that. You know what I
Nah,
mean?
Dom can be whatever they want him to be, right? And that's
Hey, and we can't forget.
nobody saw this coming. When he was not in late 90s, when he had the blonde hair, the flannel shirt, and on the pole, we didn't know this was we weren't familiar with your game, Dominic Mysterio.
We can't forget.
Dog, you know what's crazy?
Get the pretzels, the baddest pretzels.
Hey, HP. Now that's a triple crown champion that we
That's the
That
Triple
is
Crown champion.
100%. We
He
can
done
all
had
agree.
Rhea, Liv, and Roxanne. You can't show me a better lineup.
and
Shawn
his
That's
Michaels
real
didn't
life
have
what-
three.
wife. No disrespect, but his real life wife.
This,
Mhm.
hey, I rock with Dom, bro.
That's the real triple
Dom versus
crown champion right there. So
Braun. One day in your future, all of our futures is like a WrestleMania 46 main event
For
blockbuster
sure.
thing. You know what I'm saying? They're
Dominic
like the
is the
same
next
age.
star.
Hmm? Oh yeah,
Dominic is the
Braun
next star.
died.
Like Dominic
And
is
you
the
got
next face type shit.
Yeah, I think you put the company either or. Either I don't think you can go wrong. I think they'll be like Cena and Randy or like Seth and Roman. One's gonna be more the corporate and the other guy's gonna be the workhorse.
Mhm.
but Dom's gonna
Just
be the workhorse because they're gonna have him doing AAA.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, and right there that makes it. Go get your Mexican audience because when he went down there, they tore the roof off when
Him,
they seen him.
Kaiser, LWO, Legado del Fantasma, Andrade, like bro, they're bigger stars there than ever in WWE.
Bro, they are gods over there, bro. Like,
Yeah, that's crazy.
geez.
And we will see
Fuck
Mr. Iguana in the WWE ring sometime this year. I guarantee that.
They can't wait. That merch
Didn't
gonna
he
go
already
crazy.
go on SmackDown? I thought he already debuted on SmackDown.
He's been in the crowd.
Yeah.
He was in, yeah.
He's in the crowd.
Oh, I
But
thought
he
he was
ain't.
wrestling. For
When
sure,
he puts on, when he does that, it's gonna go crazy.
for sure, for sure.
And WWE can smell the money,
Mm-mm.
the marketing dollars.
Money,
Yeah, any
ching,
more topics
ching.
we gotta cover, yo?
Sleep, baby. Sleep. That's all. Sleep. I ain't gonna hold you. I had a crazy 2 weeks, crazy week.
Yeah,
Shout
man.
out,
What
shout out
y'all
to
got
all
to
the
plug?
parents that's with the kids back to school. I feel your pain. You're waiting in the long lines to pick up the kids. You're up early dropping off the kids. Hey, shout out to y'all. I feel y'all pain. School is back. And for those of you who may or may not have kids, when you see a school bus, stop. All right? Just stop. Just
That's a
stop.
Hey, that little panel that comes off the side that's blinking, that doesn't mean you go around it. That means all lanes.
HP, the one that says stop. But yeah, shout out to the kids. Hope your
That's
kids
it.
have a successful school year. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, because I believe the children of the future and Wu-Tang is for the babies.
That's a fact. Gamaj, what
Salute
you
to
got
Method
coming up?
Man on Raw with DNA. Crazy.
Now, man, I'm just trying to get these stories together for what we got going on for next week.
I feel like
And next
Gamaz
week's
was holding
too.
back tonight. I think he wanted to let HP have it, but we gonna get there. When he got the locks hat on, he different.
Yeah,
No,
Locks
I
Locks
want to give me the
Gamaj
business.
is a little different.
That's Yonkers Gamaz. He's from Yonkers tonight. So
Oh shit, Iguana did fight on SmackDown.
Yeah, that's what I
Let's
thought.
see.
Mr. Iguana already debuted on SmackDown.
oh, hey.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Nah, he did. It was last week. It was a tag match with Los Garza.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Mm.
Oh well, it's here. It's here.
Jerry, what you got coming up?
Hey, y'all know what it is. Hall Priest Universe. Make sure you tap in Sunday 9 p.m. Also, Wednesday Night Wars. You know what I'm saying? It's coming up. Z the Dropout, aka Z Killings, aka Z Von Dudley, aka John Cena. You know what I'm saying? We're taking on Dennis Legendary 94 TV, aka Moose, who has some great Twitter Spaces battles or X Spaces. X is
We heard
nasty.
it's moose season, and we hanging moose heads on the wall. You feel me?
Your
Mhm.
click is too strong, baby. Hey, I ain't seen a horseman with no green. I ain't seen no horse. I ain't seen no green horseman shit. That's
Hey,
crazy. It's
I
click,
got to
baby.
redraft. I got to redraft, baby. There's some horsemen in the chat. You know, we got to get the memberships back up. We're gonna we got to get through this battle first. In case you didn't
Your
know,
horseman gotta come back.
hey, you know how they do the draft on Raw and SmackDown? Come on, you know, it's wrestling. But the members, shout out to the members. If you do want to be a part of this Wednesday Night War thing, which you haven't seen in a while, we'll be getting right back to that after we get past the main event. You know what the main event is? Z the Dropout, baby. He's stepping in the ring with Moose. And they're going right here, battle rap, all wrestling bars in a couple weeks. We got a face off coming up. We got some promos coming up. And you're not gonna want to miss this because this Wednesday night was the reset. You know how every TV show got that season finale? This is the season finale of season 1 of the Wednesday Night Wars. And Z the Dropout said he was catching the body, and we gonna see in
That
a
is
few
all
weeks.
facts. Follow me at Z the Dropout. If you're a fan of Legos and positivity, you follow me at Brick Vibes. Make sure you're following Attitude Era Podcast for all your wrestling news and goodness. I'll be pulling up to Wednesday Night Wars on the 13th so I could talk my shit to Moose, he makes like 5 posts every minute. So I'm sorry, I got shit to do, Moose. I can't post as much as you, but you ain't gonna avoid this face-off that I'm coming at you with on the 13th and the 20th. We gonna have a face-off, Moose, because I need to talk a little shit to you. Gotta look in your eyes and talk some shit to you before we actually have the battle. So look forward to all of that and make sure y'all follow and stay tuned because season 2 is gonna be even crazier.
And one more time, like Mike said, if you want in on the fantasy football, hit me at the Archie Carter on Instagram. That's the Archie Carter. It's under my face, right? At the Archie Carter on Instagram. I know Mike is in. I'm in. I'm gonna get a count some heads. Pause. Damn, we had one
Hey,
pause this show. One pause this show. Good show. So we get this fantasy football thing rolling. But I think that's it. I mean, this is Attitude Era Podcast SmackDown recap. We will be back Monday during the main event of Monday Night Raw, unless something crazy happens in the world of wrestling, like somebody buys something. Hopefully nobody passed away. Some news. Anything could happen. But if you don't subscribe and hit the notification button, you won't know. So subscribe to the channel. I'm the Archie Carter. That's Z the Dropout. King HP in the building. And we got Yonkers, Gamage, Attitude Era Podcast. We see y'all next time. Peace.